Good morning.
Good morning.
We're gonna have translation today or what? No? No translation? All in English? I thank you all for coming. Really. Some of your faces are very familiar, some of them are new to me, so welcome to our embassy. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you at a very decisive moment, where 153 international countries stood with international law and have recognized the state of Palestine. Meanwhile, unfortunately, the Prime Minister Netanyahu, with his radical government, continues its accelerating genocide in Gaza while expanding illegal settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. These actions are not isolated. They are systematic campaign of ethnic cleansing and annexation. They destroy the very possibility of a two-state solution. Even Israel's own leaders admit their intentions clearly. Ministers openly call for the conquest of Gaza and the West Bank and force the displacement of the Palestinians. Even the finance minister of Israel, Smotrich, has described Gaza as a real bonanza, a real gift, while Prime Minister Netanyahu has declared his commitment to a greater Israel. You know, we all saw Prime Minister at the United Nations last year when he said, "This is the new Middle East." And everybody took it that the new Middle East is this. But today he's saying the greater Israel is this. That means expansion all the way to all the Arab countries, all the way from the Mediterranean to the Gulf, the Persian Gulf, all to the Arab Gulf. This is what Netanyahu said last year, and nobody took any moment to think about it. But now he has declared this is the new Israel. He doesn't want a two-state solution. He doesn't want peace. And he's saying it to the international community. This is nothing less than expansionism at the expense of the international law and regional stability. This Israeli leadership today is an international, unfortunately, pariah. Let me be clear. The government does not represent all Israelis. We honor and we respect those who say, Israelis who say loudly, not in our name, because they want peace, and we want peace. Meanwhile, the United States, unfortunately, shields the government of Israel from accountability, eroding its own credibility and the rule-based international order. As long as Washington provides protection to Israel, Israel will have no incentive to respect international law. We must be clear. Sanctions have been imposed on other countries for far less reasons. Why should Israel be an exception? Accountability cannot be selective anymore. The recognition of the state of Palestine is not a concession. It's a binding obligation under international law. It's our inalienable rights of the Palestinian people. People have long and it's overdue. The European Union, the United Nations, and Japan have clearly said, if Israel blocks the two-state solution, recognition must follow. And that was in the last statement of the Foreign Minister of Japan and the Prime Minister of Japan. But at this moment, here, Britain, Australia, Canada, Portugal already recognize the state of Palestine. And others will join today in this historical movement for justice for all Palestinians. I wonder why others delay. Every day of delaying, it enriches the Israelis. It gives them space to do whatever they continue on what they're doing. Genocide, ethnic cleansing, famine in Gaza, and forced displacement of Palestinians in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Unfortunately today, ladies and gentlemen, Gaza, 75% of Gaza has completely been erased. And it continues to be erased while the world is watching. Gaza today is a city of ghosts. Gaza today is the largest graveyard in modern history. Nearly 1/5 of the population has been killed, injured, missing, or in jails. And millions on a daily basis are forcibly displaced. Famine have been confirmed by the United Nations and other international organizations, yet Israel denies it. I think Israel has believed in its own lies. Families are still starving by the Israeli military occupation. And still the illegal colonialism expansions continues in East Jerusalem. Just yesterday, they have forced many families in East Jerusalem to leave Jerusalem and take their homes, and also in the West Bank. Governance is not the obstacle to sovereignty. The obstacle is, and continues to be, Israel aggression, Israel military occupation of Palestinian territories. And on behalf of the Palestinian people, I really extend my gratitude to the Japanese government and the people of Japan for standing for Palestine, standing for the rights of the Palestinians, and strongly condemning Israel's ground operation in Gaza City and the illegal settlements in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. And Japan has a long record of peace, dignity, and humanity. But gratitude, unfortunately, is not enough. Today, we appeal directly to the government and the people of Japan. Stand with the victims. Stand with the victims, not the culprit. Recognize Palestine now. The time is now. Stand with the victims, not the perpetrators. Stand with international law, not with its violators. Stand with the future and not with the past. Recognition of Palestine cannot wait, because justice cannot wait, and peace cannot wait. The world is watching, and history is recording. The state of Palestine already exists, recognized by overwhelming majority of nations, enriched in international law, and anchored in justice. Those who delay recognition are called upon to join justice, to join the rule of law. Palestine is today the front line. But tomorrow, as Netanyahu himself has said, it will be Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and beyond. Expansionism is not a theory anymore. It is in his own words. You know, the word the world cannot remain silent anymore. To defend international law and global stability, action is needed now. A state committing genocide while hiding uninspected nuclear weapons is a threat to us all. Justice for Palestine is a global security before Israel's reckless leadership drags us into a wider war, an unknown future for humanity. Thank you very much. You can ask questions.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Yeah, I disappoint the decision of Japanese government because I visited Jenin this January. I watched directly the destruction by Israel army. So, how has your perspective towards the Japanese government as well as Japanese people changed? This is my first question.
Thank you. I do believe, and I have seen it everywhere around Japan, the people of Japan has supported the Palestinians. We can see them in the streets from the north to the south, to the east to the west. That by itself is a full support for the Palestinians. As for the government, I understand that the Japanese government is under pressure for recognizing the Palestinian state. But unfortunately, history is recording right now. This is a historical moment. My mission to Japan was to do my best to get Japan to recognize the state of Palestine. And I do still believe that Japan will recognize the state of Palestine very soon. Because always Japan has supported the Palestinian cause, has recognized our rights to inalienable rights, has recognized the two-state solution, and has recognized that peace in the region should be done. Good. Second question.
Thank you. Today, the world is becoming increasingly divided between China and Russia on one side, and the US and Europe on the other. As a state, what kind of alliance is Palestine seeking, or what kind of world order is it envisioning future?
First, our leadership headed by President Abbas has always repeatedly said that he wants peace. He wants to accomplish a two-state solution. He wants peace with Israel. And we have no quarrel with any country in the world. But Israel should end its military occupation of East Jerusalem and the West Bank and Gaza. Not only our leadership, but all the Arab leaderships and Islamic leadership has continued said, especially in 2002 and ongoing, that if Israel respects the international law, respects the United Nations resolutions, and withdraws to 1967 borders, all Arab Islamic countries will sign peace with Israel. It's been on the table since 2002. And today we see that the Israeli leadership, unfortunately, has not complied, does not want peace anymore. He wants to expand to the West Bank, to Lebanon, to Syria, to Iraq, all the way up, as I said before previously, the greater Israel. It's time for the international community to stop that, to really stop his aggression. Because it's not danger only for the Palestinians anymore. It's not dangerous for the region. It's danger for the world. Let's not forget that if he expands, if he has the plans to expand to the all Arab countries, to the whole region and control it, he may control the whole world. This is what he wants. So it has to be stopped. Like I said, the international community is responsible for accountability of Israel. Israel is committing genocide. The ICC, the ICJ, the United Nations, European Union, Japan, and all the countries has said that Israel is committing genocide. But still. So we need really a strong move by the international community. Is boycott, punish Israel, stop sending weapons, stop buying things from it, products from it, and Israel has to comply sooner or later. You cannot keep that country as a rogue country anymore. And then bringing up Hamas and Hamas and Hamas. I want to say that. Always Israelis, everywhere they go, we are fighting Hamas. 75% of Gaza has been erased. Over 200,000 Palestinians, that's only 10% or more than 10%, have been killed, injured, missing, and all that. Are they really fighting Hamas? If you look at the social media, which the Israeli soldiers are putting, killing children, women, blowing up schools, universities, whole buildings. I mean, now they're attacking all the high rises. Is that really fighting Hamas? Well, let's go back to history. Wasn't Netanyahu government that allowed money and allowed the leadership of Hamas to come to Gaza? Wasn't he allowing for 17 years money to come into Hamas? Because he wanted to support the separation of the Palestinians, the vision of the Palestinians. And now he's saying he's fighting Hamas. Come on. I mean, let's be logic. He is not fighting Hamas. He is fighting the Palestinian people. If he's fighting the Hamas, why is he pushing all the Palestinians to the south? He wants to push them out of their land. Why is his government saying this is a bonus land, we're going to make our resorts in it? Why is his government saying we want to kick everybody from the West Bank and East Jerusalem? Is that fighting Hamas? No. I can say it. He is fighting the Palestinian people. He is trying to exterminate the Palestinian people. But I have something for him. He will never do it because we Palestinians are resilient. This is our land. This is our right. And we will resist to the last person in our